Welcome to the February edition of the Lee Schools TV podcast. I'm Rob Spicker, Assistant Director in the Communications Department, and your host for our conversation today. Oftentimes, when you think of the school district, you're thinking of kindergarten through 12th grade education, and that certainly is an important part of what we do. But there's a whole nother part that's just as important, and that's focusing in on adult education. Adult and career education is our focus for today. And joining us is Marliss Brockington. She's a teacher on assignment in adult and career ed, and we appreciate you being here to talk about the offerings we have for our adult community.
Thank you for having me, Rob.
So one of the things I want to ask you about first is this nationwide trend about micro-credentials. And our Upskill Village that's part of that now. So what are these credentials? What do they do? What do they mean?
Well, soft skills is a huge buzzword in the HR community right now, all over the world. Soft skills are those skills that a lot of employers say that college graduates are not graduating with, and we'll get more into those skills, and there's a plethora of them. But we are seeing in the workforce today a huge gap in those skills that are really necessary to be competent employees, not necessarily just having the technical skills for your job, but having what you would refer to as people skills. So if you can imagine having a resume of your technical skills, but also being able to have on there your soft skills that you've acquired through training.
So really this is the demand is coming from the companies, the employers doing the hiring. They're looking for these kind of things.
Absolutely, yes.
So in our school district, Upskill Village is where you can get these micro-credentials, correct? And it's new.
Correct. Yep. It's relatively new. We've been working with this for a little over a year and really trying to get the word out that these classes are offered.
So what kind of classes are we offering? I'll go through, there's 8, so we don't have to try to memorize them. I wrote them down. Oral communication, empathy, critical thinking, resilience, intercultural fluence, collaboration, creative problem solving, and initiative. So why these 8? What is it about these 8 that were necessary?
Well, if you listen to that list, I mean, you're thinking, wow, yeah, these are some pretty important skills that, you really need to be successful as an adult in our community. But what we did when we first rolled this out, we kind of had a panel with some major stakeholders from employers across Lee County, and we kind of polled them. They had about a list of 16 to choose from, and we narrowed it down to what they thought was most important.
So what kind of soft skills are going to be taught in some of these classes? Give me an idea in some of these 8, what is being actually taught to the students?
All right. So these are, first of all, they're really amazing classes, and they're not just for people entering the workforce. If you've been in the workforce for 20 years, if you're a leader, these are all skills that can help you tremendously, not just in your professional life, but your personal life as well, I'm sure you can imagine. So we have rolled out oral communication. We've rolled out empathy. All of them are live right now, the online. But what are you going to learn? You're going to learn how to be a better communicator, not just orally, but written. You're going to learn how to solve conflicts in the workplace with your employees. You're going to learn how to exercise empathy. What does that look like in the workplace when you're dealing with sensitive cultural topics? How do you work through that as a leader, as an employer, as somebody who works side by side with people? So initiative, that's huge, do I really have to get up for work every morning and go? Really? Is that a skill that I need to have? You'd be surprised, but yes, it is. You have to be here every day, and you get to be here every day. Sorry, and commitment, working being able to persevere. These are just, it's been really interesting to see the type of people who have taken these classes and how it's benefited them.
I almost think what I'm hearing is we're so used to these days text and email.
Mm-hmm.
And those are interpreted by the person who reads them, not by the person who sends them. So there's potential for conflict there. And so we're not always face to face. And so this is really strengthening those interpersonal skills so that you can sell the product, hold the meeting, talk to a client, talk with an employee, and do so in a better way.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, we've all worked for and with people that we can reflect back and think, wow, this could have been handled differently. Or if you're reflecting on your own performance, how could I have handled that situation better? Every day we have to deal with people, and all of these skills help you, they equip you better to to do that.
Should note, so these classes in Upskill Village, they're free. There's no cost.
That is the best part. These are free. So this whole initiative was started because the Economic Development Agency here in Lee County gave us a huge grant, or they acquired a grant, and they used us, our school district's adult education program, to kind of pioneer this. And so one of the requirements was that we had to offer these classes for free to any Lee County resident.
16 and up.
Correct.
That's it. Those are the only requirements.
Yes.
So they're online and they're virtual. Correct?
Yes, they're online. You can do any of these courses online, but we also are holding them in person as well. As a teacher, I think the benefit of having them in person has its advantages, of course, online as well.
So what do you need to do if you want to sign up or learn more to take one of these classes?
That's a great question. So the easy answer is go to our website, leeschools.net/ACE, and we have a link on there that will lead you to Upskill Village. And it's a very easy sign up, especially if you want to do the online course. If you want to do an in-person course, we're running these classes once a week. It's a 4-week session. Right now we're in the middle of our oral communication class. We'll be starting another class in 3 weeks. So those are posted on Eventbrite as well. So if you search Eventbrite, and you can find us on there too.
So that's sort of what I want to get to next in terms of, I know there's a rolling admission. So each class takes about how long? Is it one at a time?
It's the in-person class is one at a time. Yep. It's about an 8 to 10 hour course. We try to squeeze it into 8 hours. And in that 8 hours, you are gaining the skills to earn your micro-credential. And by the end of the class, you'll have that micro-credential, which really means you get this really cute badge that you can put on either your resume or email tagline. Hey, I've been trained in oral communication. I've been trained in empathy. So yeah, but the online classes, you can take as many as you want. And however you want to do it. So
you could potentially take all 8 over the course of several weeks. I wouldn't maybe necessarily recommend all at once, but you could go through all of them, earn all those credentials.
Yeah, and the content it's fabulous. Yeah,
and the credentials, just because I'm unfamiliar with them, so they're going to be symbols and they're recognized.
It's called a digital badge, yes, and they're becoming much more recognized in the HR world and utilized, that people are using on their LinkedIn profiles, on, like I said, their resumes, and within organizations too. Oh, we've had this, we've been trained in this.
So, bottom line, why would you recommend anybody take these classes?
Well, we're lifelong learners, right? When we stop learning, we stop progressing, and we all every day face conflict within ourselves, with our relationships and our workplace, and quality of life. You want to improve that? This is something that can do that.
And Upskill Village is available. How much longer from now on? I know they're already started, so you can jump in and begin, but for how long?
Well, the grant runs until the end of this calendar year, I believe. And so for sure we'll be conducting these classes for the next year. And we'll see what happens after that.
All right. Well, Upskill Village is just one of the things that's available to the adults in our community. You have lifelong learning classes. The sessions, I think, just started, but obviously there's going to be more. So what is the thought behind lifelong learning, and what are we offering in lifelong learning?
Oh, goodness. Wow. I'm so excited to talk about this, because this is what I was hired to do. And I have been able to just jump into the world of lifelong learning. Most people do not know that most school districts, in Florida anyways, have an adult education program with continuing education classes. So lifelong learning really is a way to enrich the community. And what we do is we offer what you might call hobby classes. Okay, so if you'd like to take a painting class from a very talented teacher, usually one of our high school teachers, you can sign up for lifelong learning. If you want to learn a new language, Spanish, Portuguese, French, American Sign Language, sign up for lifelong learning. If you want to learn to sew, decorate a cake, what else do we have? Hula dancing right now. We have citizenship classes. We have computer classes. And these classes are all offered for any adult in Lee County. We also have an ukulele class. So music,
goodness.
You want to learn that?
Bit of everything.
We've got it. And they are extremely affordable.
I was say, unlike Upskill Village, which is free, there is a cost, but
There
it's
is
not
a
lot.
cost, but it is, I mean, you won't find anything else like that. So and a lot of our students are, they range in all ages. Sometimes we have family classes where you can bring somebody under 18 to them, but for the most part, we focus on educating adults in our community and giving them an opportunity to continue enriching their lives through hobbies. You know, it's not just for kids after school activities. It's for adults that want to continue learning.
Can they jump into the current session, or do they wait till the next one?
Yep. Our sessions run 6 weeks at a time. Okay. So it's best to start at the beginning. And again, all of these are on our website. This website in particular is leeschools.net/LLC. That's lifelong learning classes. And all of our classes are advertised on Eventbrite.
Great. Another thing that's available for our adults, the GED and English classes, ESOL, English as a second language.
Absolutely. So GED, if you're looking to get your GED, a really affordable way to get it. I mean, really, you just have to take a test to get your GED, but we offer classes that prepare you for that test, and it's very helpful. So we have people of all ages coming back to get their GED. I would say our biggest class set that we offer are our ESOL classes. So you want to learn English? Yes, we have people coming here every day from different countries that want to learn English and need to learn English, and so that is that's our biggest clientele.
Right. So and those opportunities again right there on the website. So
on the website, we start those sessions run for about 4 to 5 months, so they're a little different. But we run all year round. We're not just school year based. We run through the summer as well.
So anybody who's, adult, young or old, right? 18 to 65, 75, these classes are there for them?
I've got an 85-year-old.
Do you really?
Yep.
So up to
Wants
85.
to write a book. He's in my computer class.
Amazing.
I don't teach those classes, just as a disclaimer. I don't teach all those classes.
Not every single one.
No.
But the opportunity is there, and I think that there's a need for us to let our community know. And so, if anybody listening, you would say, check us out.
Yeah.
We may have something for you.
These are huge. I run into people all the time like, 30 years ago, I took this class or that. I mean, these classes have been going on for a long time. So it's just, especially with our snowbird population, just letting them know that we have these classes, they're here. And I also always welcome feedback. If you want a class, let me know. I've tried to find a teacher. I'm currently looking for an Italian teacher. That's a really big class people want to take.
There's been a request for Italian.
Yes, but I need a teacher.
All right. We'll put the word out. If you can teach Italian, come on in. We're looking for you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, Marliss, we appreciate you joining us and talking to us about all these opportunities, Upskill Village, those soft skills that have become so popular and important, and then the lifelong learning we can give our adults. So thank you for explaining all of that. And as you said, check out our website, leeschools.net, right? That's where you'll get all the information and sign up.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Perfect.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you again. And we're back next month with another edition of the Lee Schools TV Podcast.